It's the word on the Bible streets, meaning that we're coming with Bible talk. Okay. Um, I'll let you know when I get to quoting. Okay. This is the message that the Lord gave me. Um, how lean not onto your own understanding. Okay. And then I heard double-edged sword. But when I looked that up, it says two-edged sword. Okay. Choosing battles that are unwise to fight. Bless me. Often we're told to pick our battles wisely. Um, but someone has not chosen their battles wisely, and they have been defeated or they will be. Okay. Um, I'm not quoting yet, right? I'm just getting what I got in my meditation. Okay. Um, be careful who you judge, who you discriminate against, because God is watching as well as protecting his people. Red flags were cautioning somebody, but they were going against the grain and they took the green light instead. And then it says again, lean not onto your own understanding. I feel like somebody was leaning on to their own understanding, and this is why they was doing whatever this is that I got in my meditation. But I already got my Bible right here. I wrote it down too, but I just brought my Bible because it got too much to go through. Okay. So let me start on the Proverbs chapter 3. Okay. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. My son, wait a minute. I'm gonna come back to that, but let me go. Wait a minute, I'm not even at the right spot. That's funny. So hold on, wait. I'm like, well, I am at the right spot, but that's not where I want to start. Okay, I want to start at Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. And then I'll come back. Okay. Well, no, I won't come back, but I'll go back to something different after that. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. So that to me means that you got to discern what you see. Okay. Um, how far did I want to go? Verse 8. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Okay. Now, I'm saying all this to say because I feel like somebody led into their own understanding and they got tricked by somebody, okay, or something. Or if you didn't get tricked and you just led into your own understanding, okay? Now, let's go to Proverbs chapter 5, verse 3. It says, my son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding. This is his understanding and not yours, right? Okay. So, that thou mayst regard discretion, and that the lips may keep knowledge. Hey, for the lips of a strange woman drops as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Y'all get that? That means her words are sweet like honey. And she's a smooth talker. Listen though, but in the end, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Least thou shouldest ponder the path of life. Her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. So she got questionable ways and she don't even know it. The Lord says, hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way from far from her, and not come, not come, not nigh the door of her house. So they don't, he said, don't go near her house. So basically, it's a woman here that he's speaking about, that a man See, I got this different version on my phone. I got the King James version. I don't think that's what this is. So it says all the thy's, and we got it, but not the non-broken down version, right? So, but it's telling a man, my son, and because if he wanted to speak to a woman, he would. That's why he's talking about this woman right here that his son is listening to. Her words sound like honey and was smooth like oil. But in the end, she was bitter. She was bitter and she led you astray. This is a message for somebody. And that's what it's about. That's why the message that I got is that somebody didn't choose to battle wisely, or they didn't, I don't know what happened. You didn't follow your own intuition, or you didn't listen to the words that you heard from the Lord. You was listening to the woman with the honeycomb words, or something's going on with that. Oh, what else did I keep? How far did I go? I didn't close the Bible. Shoot, I wasn't finished. Let me go on back. I'm like, how far did I go to that? I didn't write down the rest. But it don't say that. That's why I said 2 Bibles be saying different stuff. They be saying the same thing, but they worded different. Because when I wrote it down, it does say, it says for the lips, it says for the lips, for a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a 2-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, and her steps follow the path to Sheol. I was supposed to look up what that means. She does not ponder the path of life. Her way wander. She does not know it. And then it says, O sons, listen to me and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her and do not go near the door of her house. But then it starts talking about another woman. Let me see, can I Google this real quick for this 2% go? Of course, I'm going to struggle with this phone because, let me spell it. SHEOL. In the Hebrew Bible is a place of still darkness, which lies after death. Although not well defined in, I don't know what that is. Damn. What else they got? There you go in the Bible. The state of abide of the dead. Damn. So she leading them astray. She leading them to a path of unrighteousness. People got to do what they got to do, Lord. But hopefully y'all about to get snatched up and just realize I don't know who's doing what. So, but I just know this was put on my spirit, okay? So let me get back to it. Least thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Least strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy laborers be in the house of a stranger. And thy mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. Damn, that seems like too late. And say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. This is somebody sitting in regret now because they didn't listen to the instructions. They and their heart despised the reproof. So they got proof and reproof, and they chose not to obey the voice of the teachers, nor incline the ear that instructed them. I was almost in evil. It says, I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running rivers out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as oh, this is what they get if they avoid the lady, huh? Let her be as loving as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with the strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? See, this is somebody struggling listening to their intuition, or listening to the voice of the Lord when he tell them to deal with some type of strange woman. But listening to this woman didn't work no better. So I wonder what that's supposed to be. I don't know, y'all. I'm still trying to figure it out. For the ways of the man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Dang. Did he get let loose? My son, if thou be surety of thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. With thy art come unto the hand of thy friend. Go, humble thyself, and make sure thy friend. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, as a bird from the hand of a fowler. Go to the ant, though sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which have no guide, overseer, or ruler. Provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long will thy sleep, O sluggard? The Lord is on this person's ass. When will thy arise of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of thy hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth. Damn. Ooh. Let me stop. I don't know if that. And thy, they say it in the cuss word. And thy once as an armed man, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eye. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. Forwardness is in the heart, is in his heart. His deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are abomination unto him. So there's other list. A proud look, a lying tongue, a hand. Oh, okay. A proud look, a lying tongue. Ooh, the Lord don't like liars. And hands that shed innocent blood. A heart of divisive, wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift with running to mischief. See, that's greedy. That's the greedy right there. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. So somebody done spoke lies, or running quick to mischief. If something went on. I don't know, y'all. I really ain't. I'm just reading. I'm reading the Bible that was on my spirit. But I feel like somebody didn't listen to some words because they were sweet like honey, but the woman was the forbidden. In some cases, the women were mixed up because the woman after, it was, they talked about the forbidden woman first, and then they talk about the stranger woman that was sweet, nice, and kind. And it was about listening to your heart and the words that the Lord spoke to you. He was telling you to watch out for this woman, even though she's a smooth, right? He was saying the other one might seem like a stranger. This person is well known. She's talk good, sound good. Because if her words to be sweet like honey and her speech to be smooth, I mean, smooth talkers just talk good anyway, right? But it sounded good, but in the end, it didn't get you a good prize. So I feel like the Lord wouldn't be happy with her either if somebody done lied to somebody. But I feel like the reason somebody is on, the whole reason people is more than one person. It's a woman and a man. The woman that was smooth talking that got this man to listen, and the man who listened. You got to be careful who you listen to, okay? So, because somebody did not choose their battles wisely, is what it says. It says to pick your battles wisely. Someone has not chosen their battles wisely, and they're being defeated. So this woman is defeated, but the man is feeling defeated because he done took the wrong route. Be careful who you judge, who you discriminate against, because God is watching as well as protecting his people. So that means something too. So just because a person might seem like a stranger to you, don't mean that they're a stranger. But somebody's intuition, it was red flags cautioning them. But they went against the grain anyway. And they took the green light instead of listening to the red. And that's when the Lord come in and show this person. This is why you do not lean onto your own understanding. This is somebody receiving a lesson. What up? So, I just wanted to put that out there. I was going to put this message out here, but I wasn't bringing no cards out. That's why I say word on the Bible streets. Because the Lord had me pull these verses up. And I'm like, okay. All right. The double-edged sword. But that could cut you too. So somebody listen to words or some type of something, because the sword is about communication. That's what I feel like it's about here. You listen to something, but it fucked you too. It fucked both people on each side. But you know who didn't get fucked? The stranger. The one who seemed like they didn't belong or seemed like they was unfamiliar. But the Lord was sending the voice out to say, it don't matter if they seem like a stranger. I'm telling you this. I'm vouching for this. And the person didn't want to listen to what the Lord was vouching, but they can listen to this woman who's wicked because her words are smooth like honey, and her speech is, because her words are sweet like honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she was bitter, more bitter than wormwood. Ain't that a bitch? If that ain't a bamboozle, I don't know what is. Somebody done got tricked. But it says her footsteps will lead you right to hell. So this ain't a minor fuck up. It's a major one. Especially because it's like if the red flags was cautioning you, that's your intuition, that's you receiving messages, your spirit guide stepping in. But then you don't listen. You go against the grain. You do it anyway. So somebody's intentions were not as pure as they seem. They were supposed to be turning away from evil as it would heal their flesh and refresh their bones. But they didn't turn away from evil because they listened to it whisper into their ear and followed the steps of it. But I feel like this person is considering themselves, I feel like they consider themselves holier than thou, or holier than thou. That's the saying. But they leaned onto their own understanding. Somebody wasn't familiar with the word as they thought, is what I'm hearing. Now I'm hearing that song called, what is it? Stay with me, 'cause you're all I need. So somebody could have knew that these words were poison, but they were stuck in toxic, or stuck in codependent, stuck in low vibrational. I don't know. The Lord don't vibrate low; He vibrate high. So that's where the healing takes place and the refreshment takes place. That's where your flesh heals with. And if it don't, your soul, I mean, your spirit is much stronger than your flesh. So your flesh don't make you give in to every little thing that you used to, right? Because your spirit just gets stronger and stronger. Whereas you might have want to listen to this woman because she sounds good and it sounds like fun. Your spirit knows that she's no good, so you're going to have to pass on this one. You see what I'm saying? So if the Lord ain't strengthening somebody's spirit by teaching them a lesson, then they are in a very, very bad situation. If they didn't let a woman lead them to hell. Can't trust a big button to smile. That girl is poison. That's somebody. The flesh. The flesh is weak. So the spirit must be strong. And the stronger the spirit gets, the more tamed the flesh is. Ain't that something? But I'm gonna go to the store and buy me some groceries. And then I'm gonna come on back. I don't know. Make me something to eat probably. I've been going hard on fried beef bologna. I don't know, it's something about when I take that beef bologna out the skillet and I slap it on the bread and all that little bit of grease around to just get on the bread. I know. It's a craving I got, so I'll be rolling with it. It's good though. I just make sure to get the beef bologna because it's more healthy. Alright, I'm out, y'all. Lean not unto your own understanding. Which is why we follow our intuition. We don't never understand our intuition, but we know that it's our guide, right? Our guide along our path. So if we want to lean onto our own understanding, we just ignore our intuition, right? Because it's not making sense to us, or the Bible says one thing, but the Lord said in the Bible, hear my voice. And somebody didn't listen because they was too busy leaning onto their own understanding where the Bible said not to do it. All right. Be blessed, guys. Thanks for watching. Later.